Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to Alex Builds. Today we have got the second Proton Pack special from Eagle Moss and Hero Collector for the Ghostbusters Ecto 1. Okay, so this is the second lot of Proton Packs. We get 2 Proton Packs and 1 Ghost Trap in this, and you do need the magazine from the first special because it tells you how to build the Ghost Trap and Proton Packs in here. So let me show you what we get with this delivery. So with this one, what we get, the 2 Proton Packs is exactly the same as last time, but the only thing different this time is the Ghost Trap that we get. So we're going to be building that as well today. I'll probably only show 1 Proton Pack being built because we've done it in the last video. So yeah, we'll get these built. So just like the last time, we're going to start assembling the Proton Packs, getting all the side pieces on, all these little cables on, assembling the particle thrower, and then when we flip the page, we can add all these cables and details on. I did last time add a magnet in there, and I'll show you which magnet I used in this video. And we're also going to be building the Ghost Trap, so that's there. So at the end of this video, we should have all 4 Proton Packs and this Ghost Trap here. So it will be nice to have all 4 Proton Packs here. So yeah, let's get the parts open and start building. So I've got all the parts out to assemble 1 Proton Pack. In here we get HP screws and we get EP screws in there as well. So we're going to start off with the HP screws, and we're going to start assembling this Proton Pack first. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to start off with this part here, and we're going to take this detail here, and this is going to wrap around. We do have a hole straight in the center just here, and we have a peg on the back of here. So we can flip this over and start plugging this in and plugging that into the hole just like so. And then when we turn it over, we've got a hole just in the back here. That's for a HP screw to go in, and that's going to secure these 2 together. So yep, just like that, nice and simple. So now we're going to need these 2 pieces here, and all we're going to do is just line these over the top of each other, just like so, and they should slot together nicely like that. We do have 2 holes in the side here. They're for EP screws. Let's get 2 EP screws in. So let's get the first one, and we'll secure that one down. That's the first one, and the second one. And once we've done this, I think we're going to be attaching this to the actual Proton Pack itself. So there we go, that's that bit in. Now we can attach this to the Proton Pack itself. So you want to take your Proton Pack, you've got this sort of like slot on the side here, that's for this detail here. So with the silver part facing forward, just slide that into there, and that'll give you that sort of look. When you turn it over, we've got the 2 holes on the back, and they're also EP screws. So let's get the first one in. And the second one. Now the Proton Pack is starting to take its shape now. Just like that. So now we're going to be fitting a cable just on the front of the Proton Pack here. So we're going to use this sort of like T-piece. This does have like a key notch on one side. So we're going to be going on the opposite side of that with this cable here. This is the sort of like springy flexi cable that we've got. So we're going to plug that into there, and then we can fix that onto the front there. That's going to help with the key notch slot. Then we can turn this over. We're going to be fitting a HP screw just in the back. Let's turn it over, just in this central hole here as well we're going. And there we are, that's that one on. And then we can turn this around and plug that into the hole just at the front, just here. So plugging that in, just like so. And there you go, we've got our first cable on just there. So now we're going to start assembling the particle thrower. As you can see, we've got this sort of 2 holes here. The one at the back is for the peg on the back of there, and the one in the middle is the screw hole. And there's our peg, and there's our screw point. So we can line that up, pushing the peg in, and then we can take a HP screw, and we can secure this one down as well. And there we are, that's that one attached onto there. Now we can take the tiny little detail with the silver part on the front. That's going to get plugged into the front of the particle thrower just here. So let's get that one plugged in. There we go. That's that one on. Just like that. So now we're going to add this little black cable, and this is going on the back of our particle thrower. There is 2 pegs, one at the top, one at the bottom, so we can plug these into there. So I'm going to start at the back one, and I'm going to bend it round and up and plug it into the front one just on top there. Pushing it all the way down, and that's what we should have there, just like so. Okay, so now bringing back this part, we're going to start fitting some cables onto here. So we're going to start with these 2 red ones here. You might need some tweezers for this, but I'm going to try it without. So there's 2 little tiny peg holes. Don't know if you can make that out, but there is 2 tiny little peg holes right down in there. Can you see them? That's where we're going to be plugging these 2 red cables on. So I'm going to try and fit this one on. Now I'm going to need some tweezers for this. Alright, so now I've got some tweezers. I'm just going to push this cable down onto here. This can be quite tricky. Just give it a little wiggle. There we go. That's that one on. So we can do the same with the other side. You want to get a cocktail stick and push it as far down the cocktail stick as you can get it. That's going to really widen that hole. And then when we pull this off, we have a nice wide hole. That's going to help us get this on. So I've got that one in. Now we're going to push this one in. All the way down. Just like that. Now I've got these 2 cables on. So I'm just going to widen these cables on here. So the first one. And then this is going just down as a nipple, just down here. So I'm just going to slot this in. There we go, that's that one on. I've moved this cable out of the way just for a second, because this cable I'm going to have underneath that one, and it saves feeding it through. So that one's quite easy to get in, so that's why I've moved it out of the way. So that's that one on. Now we're going to need this long black one, and then we're going to go from this nipple here to up to this top nipple here. Right, let's just get this one onto this nipple. No, doesn't want to go. I'm going to put it on the bottom nipple first then. There we go. Now let's get this one on. There we go. Just like that. Now taking this big long blue one, that's going straight on this central nipple just here, just above this little red sticker. So let's get this on. Be careful with this nipple because it's in quite a delicate spot, this one. There we are. Now we're going to want to come up here all the way around, and then there's a nipple just on the back of here. That's what we're plugging into. So making sure this one's nice and wide. And once we've put this one on, we've got 2 more to go, and then I'm going to start tidying these cables up. So let's bend this one round, grabbing that with the tweezers, just like so. There we go, that's that one on. So as you can see, the cables are looking rather bulky and they're sticking out. We're going to sort that out in a minute. 2 more to go on, and that's these nipples just here, and that is these 2 here. So we want the red one to go at the front and the blue one at the back. So let's put these on. Find sliding them onto here easier. So the red one at the front, just like so, and then the blue one to the back. I'm going to trim these down. That's why I'm putting them both on at the same time, because these are quite a little bit longer than what they need to be. So as you can see, if I was to plug them straight in, we'd have quite a big loop. So I'm just going to take a little bit off the end. Don't need a lot off. I'm going to say roughly around about that much. Alright, let's just get the blue one in first. That one in, and now the red one, let's plug him in right next to him. There we are, that's them two on. So now we're going to need a little bit of glue, and we're just going to stick these cables down. Now we're going to tidy up these cables. So I've got a little dollop of glue. I'm just using plain old regular super glue for this. The packaging that this came in, and the cocktail stick that we've been using. So let's get a little bit of glue. I'm just going just above where this screw is on the back of here. Little dollop, just a little run of glue just there. Then we want to pull this cable tight from the back, bring it round, and then we're going to lie that in the glue on the back, just there. So I'm going to hold this for a few minutes, let this glue take. Alright, okay, so now we're going to do this one. So this one wants to come over here. We're going to bend these cables back, just like so. And then we can plug this one over the top and back into its hole. Just like that. Take another little dollop of glue. And just on the corner, just here, is where we're going with that. Now we can take this black cable and we're going to put that down on into there. That's going to hold that there for us and keep that one nice and tidy. The red one we're not going to touch with that, but this red one we're going to bend it round, and this is going to be going sort of round here and get plugged onto the side just here. So let's get a run of glue just down here. So we want to go roughly about here. Bend this one round and let that one sit in the glue just there. What this is going to do, this is going to hold the gun in place when we put that on as well. So that's our Proton Pack, just like that. Right, okay, so before we start putting this together, you're going to need a magnet. So I will leave a link down in the description where you can go and get these magnets. These are perfectly fit magnets to fit just down the side here. So we're going to slot that down the side, just down in there, and that is a perfect fit, no glue needed. That's going to hold that in there. So I'll show you why we're putting that magnet on in a moment. So let's get this back on now. So we're going to need this little groove down the bottom. We do have like a sort of cutout at the top of this. That's going to rest on there. When we put that in, that's going to sort of grab it and bite at that. So now we need some HP screws in these 4 holes. So let's get them in. So number 1. Now I'm going to put the one with the cable coming out in next, because I don't want this cable to keep coming out. Number 2. Now we can do the opposite side. Number 3. And number 4. Just going to go in this top hole here. Just like so, just like that. Now we can take this gun, and that's going to sit on the side there. But this screw in here, we put a HP screw in here, I think it was. We can take that out. Okay, so because we've removed the screw from here, we can take that out, and we're going to glue it on because we don't want this coming off. So we're going to run a little bit of glue just all around the seam, just to hold this on, because the screw isn't going to hold it anymore. The screw is what's going to grab our magnet. So we can take this, make sure we put it on the right way, and just hold that there, let the glue take. Grab our screw. I'm using a HM screw for this, because they're slightly bigger. I don't have to put it in all the way. Roughly about there. Make sure that glue's taken to that. Yes, it is. Right, so now when we take this, that's going to attach onto there, just like so. So nice and easy. That's why we're putting this, let me turn it around my way. So when you bend the cable round, that's going to stop it from spinning. So now we've got our HM screw in, we've got our magnet in here. What we have to do is attach that onto there, just like so. And that's now going to attach onto there permanently. But now let's get the racking on the back. We do have a peg hole, so that's going to line that up for us. Let's get the peg hole in. Just like so. I'm going to need 2 screws, one in here and here. They must be HP screws because they're the only screws we've got left. So let's get them 2 in. So that one. And that one on there. So now that says got our little rack on the back now. So the only other thing is we're going to put a ribbon cable here. So we're going to make a ribbon cable. So for that, I'm just going to use a regular Ethernet cable. So what you want to do, snip that off and get roughly about what you want. So I'm making 2 proton packs. I'm going to go roughly about here. Should be more than enough cable for what I need. Grab one of the cables if you can. And there you go, they'll all start coming out. As you can see, we've got lots of different colours. Each colour has a white attached to it, so we're going to take all the whites off, just like so. I've taken all the whites off, like that. I've left one white in. So now what we're going to do is make sure they're all at the same length at the end, and just twist the end. Just like so. Just keep twisting it round until you're sort of happy that's going in there. So this one is going to come 2 ways. So we're going to bend this end just like so, and then it's going to come round, keep twisting. They're going to come down there, round about here. So I'm going to want them about that long. So let's trim them off there. Just like so. And we can keep twisting these until we're happy. Right, so doesn't matter what colour you've got where. So I'm going to start by gluing it down onto here. So a little bit of super glue from our cocktail stick down into this channel just in front of this little detail just here. So that's where we're going. Need to make sure all of these cables are the same length. So these are just a little too long. Right, now we can start getting this in place. So keeping all the cables nice and tidy. Let's get these plugged onto here. And you are going to have to hold them for a few minutes just to let this glue take, because it does not want to stick to these wires, so you're going to have to wait for just a few seconds. So now just at the top, just underneath where this red sticker is, I'll try and show you. So just underneath where this red sticker is, there's a little peg just down there. That's where we're going. This orange cable's just come off for the moment. Let me just get that back on. I'll sort that one out in a minute. Let's get this one done first. Take a dollop of glue. We're going just down here. Just like so. We can take the end of this. I'm going to be plugging this down into here. So I'm going to hold this side on, make sure it doesn't come off. Let's plug this one down onto here. Now I'm just going to hold that onto there, let the glue dry. So at the end of that, that is our third proton pack all finished. So I'm going to build the fourth one off camera, and then we're going to move on to the ghost trap now. So these are all the parts we need for the ghost trap. So it wants us to take this part here first, which is the main body of the ghost trap. As you can see, it's got the doors on there, and we've got to put a sticker over that to go first. So let's take the sticker, and we can sort of put that straight down the middle, just like so. But it doesn't look like doors anymore, so I'm going to take this X-Acto knife and I'm going to run it straight down the middle of here. So following that, and cutting this sticker basically in half. Now that looks a lot better. Now it looks like some doors. Now let's take our handle, and that's going to get plugged into here, just behind, just there. That's a really snug fit, so you don't need any screws or anything to hold that piece on. This little bit with the silver detail on there is going to get plugged into the opposite end, so let's plug that one in. So it's all push fit so far. Now we can flip it over, and we can get one end of this cable is going to go in here, and the bottom of our ghost trap, which is this one here, as you can see, does have some wheels on there. They're not articulated or nothing, and just like on the Proton Pack, it's going to grab our cable in there. So let's feed that in and grab that with that, just like so. We're going to need 2 screws, which is IP screws, which I do have right here. So let's get these open, and we'll get one of these in. Right, I'm going to put the one in closest where the cable is first. So that's that one in. And now just below it there's another screw hole. Let's get that one in as well. There we are. So next we're going to need this part here. We're going to start assembling the foot trap. We're going to need this clear part here, which does have some detail on the top. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up. It does have on the bottom a little notch to help us put this in the right way. So we're going to put that onto there, hold that on, and then a BP screw is going to go in the other hole on the other side. So let's slide this BP screw in. This is going to be fiddly to hold, but locating that in the right place and give it some good pressure. Just like that. And now we've got that little glass piece on there. We can put the actual foot pedal piece on there as well. So we've got a pin at the back that's going to help guide that onto there. And then a IP screw, through the opposite side on the back. That's going to hold this in with our foot piece here. So the IP screws go through this one. So let's hold that onto there. Push that onto there. And just out the front here is where the cable's going to be coming, just at this little gap here. So as we're sliding this on, let's put that cable into there. Now we can secure this down. And there we go. That's our ghost trap. So we've got our foot pedal part and the actual ghost trap piece there. So here we have the finished product of the Ghostbusters Proton Packs, and I've also added a little red cable going from a nipple on here onto the silver part of the gun, just there. And I've also painted the end where this cable meets up. I've painted that silver. I've also done some light. It is coming out quite brighter on the camera, but yeah, they do look really nice. Some dry brushing all over just to give it that warm look. So this one and this one have had it, and I'll show you a clean version. So this one hasn't had the dry brushing on there. So that's next to each other there. So this one looks like it hasn't really been used. This one here looks like it's been used quite a few times by now. So here's all 4 Proton Packs and our ghost trap all on our custom stand that we've built. So these are the 2 Proton Packs that we've built today. Our ghost trap, our Ghostbusters logo from issue 1. And here's the 2 previous Proton Packs that we built in a previous video. So these are going to sit here and wait on this stand now until we've built the gurney, and then they'll go back in the back of the Ecto one. So there you go, guys. That is the second Proton Pack special, all complete, and there they are. I've just put them up behind the Enterprise for now. So there they are, sat on there. Did make that custom little stand for them. That did come in really, really handy. So that's all up there, and the ghost traps up there. Got our Enterprise here, our Enterprise D just here, Einstein just behind him. So yeah, very, very happy. So I hope you liked this video, guys. If you did, please leave a like down below. And if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.